Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.tv.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Freedom is driven to pursue that passion that keeps you up at night and makes you smile in your sleep. Freedom is bold to embrace the possibilities that can open up your world and conquer new heights. Freedom is fabulous, with bits and pieces that enhance the quality of your life. Freedom is what you do with the flexibility to change path or direction when you need to. Freedom breeds ambition and purpose while having loads of fun along the way. But most of all, freedom is well-deserved for the road traveled and the journey still to come. Unleash your freedom with Nexa Credit Union. Offer ends August 31st, 2023. Call us on 440-1354 or visit our website to pre-apply. Apply now. Freedom awaits.
This is Network News for Monday, July the 24th, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, moderate to heavy showers, lightning, and thunder expected tonight and into tomorrow. Monetary Council approves replacement of the late Queen Elizabeth II's image on the Eastern Caribbean currency. Media fraternity mourns the loss of one of its stalwarts, veteran journalist Miss Beverly Sinclair. And Devin Paris receives 8-year sentence for maiming, while Allen gets 5 years for manslaughter. In the region, TIC offers growth opportunities for small businesses. And in international news, Russia accuses Ukraine of terrorist drone attack. Coming up in sports, Grenada dominates in the Windward Island school games. We'll have all the details for you right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. The Meteorological Office at Point Salines is presently monitoring a low-pressure area. In one of its latest bulletins, the Met Office noted a broad area of low pressure associated with a tropical wave located about 469 miles east of Grenada. According to the office, while this system has not become significantly better organized since Sunday, some slow development remains possible during the next couple of days while it moves westward across the tropical Atlantic and into the eastern Caribbean Sea. Regardless of development, though, heavy rains and strong gusty winds are possible across portions of the Lesser Antilles during the next day or two. Now, environmental conditions are expected to become unfavorable for the development of this system by the middle of the week, but the system could bring some moderate to heavy showers, lightning, and thunder tonight and into tomorrow. A minor flooding and small-scale slides warning are also in effect. The Met Office will continue to monitor these systems and provide updates in a timely manner. Turn the other cheek and do not transgress the law. Those were the words of advice coming from a High Court judge, Madam Justice Paula Guilford, before handing down an 8-year sentence for the offense of maiming at the St. George's High Court on Monday. Nisha Paul has the details on Monday's sentencing at the St. George's High Court.
Madam Justice Paula Guilford handed down the sentence of 8 years, 7 months, 1 week, and 3 days to Devon Paris, a 39-year-old Golf Course St. George resident. Paris pleaded guilty to the offense of maiming in March, approximately 3 years after the early morning incident on January 4th, 2020, that left another villager nursing a severed lower left hand. The now convicted man told police that he used a cutlass to chop the victim after being stabbed by him in the back with a knife. According to the facts read out in court, the victim stabbed the now convicted man after he slapped him on the left side of his face. The two were good friends but had a confrontation over $20 the victim reportedly owed to the now convicted man. The matter was prosecuted by Crown Counsel Kristen Greenidge from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, and Paris was represented in court by attorney Jerry Edwin. The defense attorney expressed the view that we are seeing an increase in violent crimes simply because young men want to take matters into their own hands.
Today, the judge sent a signal, another signal, that the court will treat seriously with those persons. In spite of claims of provocation, the court will sentence you to a long-term tenancy at Richmond Hill Prison for committing acts of violence. Whether you claim you retaliate, whether you claim you were provoked, the fact is, the law says if you have time to retreat, please, young men, step away, contact the police. Because if you do react, Devon Paris is an example of how the court will handle these matters.
Paris faced a maximum penalty of 20 years for the offense of maiming. His attorney requested a non-custodial sentence. However, noting the seriousness of the offense, the court took a decision to impose a custodial sentence with conditions. In handing down the sentence, the court noted that the victim, who was 22 years old at the time of the violent altercation, is now unable to obtain employment in his field of electrical installation. As part of the sentence, Paris was also ordered to pay compensation in the sum of $4,000 to the virtual complainant within 1 year of the order, or serve an additional default sentence of 6 months.
The court has required Mr. Paris to pay $4,000 in compensation after the year and after 1 year, and to engage in rehabilitation for anger management. Quite appropriate in the circumstances.
Attorney Edwin issued the following reminder to the nation's populace amidst an increase in violent crimes in recent weeks.
The police, we must inform our young men and our community, are empowered to resolve issues of conflict so that violence does not become the final result. And
for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
A 5-year, 11-month, and 21-day sentence was handed down to St. David resident Alan Thomas for manslaughter in connection with the death of 55-year-old Angus Blaisdell, also known as Snackette, in July of 2020. The sentence was handed down by High Court Judge Madam Justice Paula Guilford at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Monday. We have more for you in this report.
The court determined that the culpability of Alan Thomas in causing the death of Mr. Blaisdell was minimal, and that he did not go to the scene with a weapon. The court determined that Mr. Thomas, though responsible for the death of Mr. Blaisdell, had provided sufficient evidence that his act was not premeditated. In other words, he did not intend to kill Mr. Blaisdell, and that he reacted when he was choked. He was sentenced to 5 years and 11 months.
Attorney Jerry Edwin represented the manslaughter convicts in the matter, which was originally before retired High Court Judge Madam Justice Victoria Charles Clark at the St. George's No. 2 High Court. However, the matter concluded before Justice Paula Guilford, who handed down the sentence to Thomas at the St. George's No. 1 High Court on Monday. The 48-year-old, also known as Cabbage, was initially implicated on a non-capital murder charge following the stabbing death of 55-year-old Angus Blesdale, also known as Snackett, at a shop in the community of Tabaid just over 3 years ago. The charge was subsequently reduced after the Crown agreed that based on the facts of the case, the violent act was not one of premeditation. Thomas, who was 45 years old at the time of the incident, pleaded guilty to the lesser offense of manslaughter in February. Attorney Edwin explained that his client and the deceased got into an argument over a fork and a spade that the victim claimed was in the possession of the now convicted man. According to the facts of the case, the now deceased man was seen angrily collaring the now convicted man outside the shop, who appeared calm at the time.
The facts are that the victim choked Alan Thomas, and Mr. Thomas reached for a knife that was nearby and inflicted a wound, a single deadly wound in the upper body, the chest area.
Edwin explained that his client was not aware that he had inflicted a fatal wound to a man he once called his friend and was shocked at the whole ordeal.
Mr. Thomas was not aware that the blow he had inflicted with the knife that he found on the counter in the shop had caused the death of Mr. Blesdale. The next day, when he was informed that Mr. Blesdale has died, he was shocked. But then he immediately went to the police station and gave a full-throated response when asked what happened.
Autopsy results revealed that the victim died because of hypovolemic shock. The court found no aggravating factors in this case. Attorney Edwin asked the court to exercise mercy for his client, who faced a maximum penalty of life imprisonment for the offense of manslaughter.
The court started with a sentence of 12 years. But then, because of his guilty plea, he was given 1/4 reduction. Because of his character, the court reduced it further. He had spent 3 years and about 25 days on remand at Her Majesty's prison. That time was deducted from the sentence so that it ultimately came down to 5 years and 11 months. And he has to receive counseling for alcohol abuse, anger management, during the time that he spends on Richmond Hill.
The 105th Monetary Council of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, or ECCB, has decided to replace the image of the late Queen Elizabeth II on the Eastern Caribbean currency. Incoming chairman of the ECCB Monetary Council, Minister for Finance in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Camilo Gonzalez, made the announcement.
We also considered the change of the Queen's image on the Eastern Caribbean currency. The Monetary Council approved the following: the replacement of the late Queen Elizabeth's image on the Eastern Caribbean currency, the use of the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union logo on the currency as something subject to a process of public consultation, and that a consultation process on what the replacement image for the Queen should be should go on until December 31st of 2023. During this time, the public will be invited to comment on the proposal to replace the Queen's image with the Currency Union logo and to offer any other suggestions. And we agreed to make a final decision on the new image for the Eastern Caribbean currency by February of 2024.
Elizabeth II was Queen of the United Kingdom and other Commonwealth realms from February the 6th of 1952 until she died in 2022. This is News at 7. Coming up, media fraternity mourns the loss of one of its stalwarts. Stay with us.
Chaos and LED. Get on us, Lord. Grenada are the best ones by far. Grenada are the best job in the whole wide world. Grenada are the best ones by far. Grenada are the best job in the whole wide world. Watch Mass and watch Bacchanal, Soca Gun International. That's going around the globe, Soca not just for Carnival. Watch Mass and watch Bacchanal, Soca Gun International. That's going around the globe.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it, accessed using your debit card and managed using AMI, Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Clear your calendars, Grenada. The biggest white is back. Sunday, August 13th. A night like no other. And the best part, no work the next day.
Don't tell me about work in the morning, unless we're talking hard work. Wine and jam.
Guess the band is ready to set the night on fire with another unforgettable performance. Joining guests, we have Skinny Fabulous. And for the first time in Grenada, Adam O. Prepare for a night of non-stop energy and mass. We're taking you straight into Juve, literally. We've got more surprises with our star-studded cast, including Mr. Killer and your favorite local headliners. Tickets are now $100 and are available from Go to Fet and Sunshine Promotion box offices island-wide. For the ultimate experience, VIP tickets are $500. This is the biggest white. Get your tickets now. The biggest white, where legends are made, memories are created, and the spirit of Grenada comes alive.
Boy, anything you can do. Show me the baddest thing you can do.
Are you ready to make history? Get your tickets now.
Paying is faster and easier with Glow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited has the credit cards to suit your needs. Choose any one of our 3 Visa credit cards, Classic, Infinite, or Signature, and enjoy the affordability, security, and convenience they all offer. Get value for your money with Visa Reward Points. The more you spend, the more points you earn. Co-op Bank is giving you options. You have the choice. We've got the cards. Tailor-made just for you. Visit www.grenadacoopbank.com for more information, or call or visit any one of our retail banking units.
Welcome home. This is Freedom. I am the top boss. Certain things I end up. Calvary turns 50. A celebration of life. The black and the gold edition. Wednesday, August 9th. The National Stadium. Supported by Voice and the top 5 band. Lyrical. Ola Twinji. Wamanaki. Thank King Ding Dong. Blackman. Problem Child.
What's that crazy people jumping up in the van?
And a special guest appearance from two of the biggest soca superstars coming for pre-day. And all the Grenada superstars. Celebrity guest host, West Indies cricketer Dwayne Bravo. Get your $100 regular tickets or VIP $600 tickets now or pay more later. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11. This is pre-day.
Do you know that you can lower your electricity bill by switching to energy-efficient appliances? By switching to energy-efficient appliances, you can help lower your energy usage. Your refrigerator, for example, is amongst the highest energy-consuming appliances within your home as it remains running throughout the day and night. Switching to an energy-efficient refrigerator can lower your electricity bill by up to 40%. As an individual consumer, I cannot impact global fuel prices. However, I can ease the burden of rising fuel rates by switching to energy-efficient appliances. What can you do?
Grenlink, energizing our Grenada.
About your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Isn't there something you've always wanted but just can't afford? The National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Jackpot is $146,000. Play today for chances at fulfilling that dream. Lotto, play and win a lot of money.
Grenada, the time has come for you to show your son Talbry the love and respect for his contribution over the years. This is pre-day.
I am the job boss. Certain things I end off. If I say to rent the place, then I will pay the damn cost.
Talbry turns 50, a celebration of life, the black and the gold edition. Wednesday, August 9th, the National Stadium, supported by Voice and the Top 5 Band. Lyrical. Ola Twinji. Farmer Nappy. King Ding Dong. Rupee. Nyla Blackman. Problem Child.
What's that crazy people jumping up in the van?
And a special guest appearance from two of the biggest soca superstars coming for pre-day. And all the Grenada superstars. Celebrity guest host, West Indies cricketer Dwayne Bravo. Get your $100 regular tickets or VIP $600 tickets now or pay more later. Gates open at 10 p.m. Showtime 11. Grenada. This is pre-day.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've We've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. The media fraternity is mourning the loss of one of its stalwarts and veteran journalist, Miss Beverly Sinclair. GBN's news desk has been in conversation with former colleagues who are saddened by her death. Details in this Christina John report.
Sinclair, who passed away on Saturday, was a former employee at Flow Community Channel 6 here on Island from around 2005 to 2017 and Chief Operations Officer of Island Media, a marketing and communication company. Former Cablevision CC6 colleague Sherian Noel said Ms. Sinclair contributed to her growth in media, describing her as a very passionate, fearless individual in terms of her approach to her work. Sinclair left an indelible mark on the media landscape here in Grenada and throughout the region, as she will be remembered for her astuteness and devotion to journalistic principles. Gail Purcell, another former colleague of Community Channel 6, reminisced on Sinclair's involvement in producing programs during her stint as director of CC6.
Beverly Sinclair's passing has really taken me by surprise, and I think many others. We are definitely saddened by her loss because it is an extreme loss for the media fraternity here in Grenada and I would say the region, because Beverly's work expanded beyond the borders of Grenada, having started here in Grenada with the Grenadian Voice and then joining us at Community Channel 6. Bev was a definite asset to the development of the programs and the program direction at CC6. Not a person who you often saw in front of the camera, but definitely someone whose work you would have been impacted by behind the camera. She's definitely someone with an expansive level of experience and thoughtfulness in her approach to work. Definitely a hard worker and a steadfast personality, and not easily swayed, professional in everything that she's done, and certainly stood for what she believed. And that's something that will be remembered by Bev, that her integrity and her steadfastness is something that she felt very strongly about, and she definitely modeled that in her work as well.
She will be missed, Purcell said.
As a journalist, she stood firmly on her principles. Bev's contribution to Grenada and to the media landscape and to how she's mentored a number of younger and upcoming journalists who today are practicing in different fields in different parts in the region will definitely leave an impact. That is her legacy, and I think she would be thrilled to know and see them thrive through the principles of media development and also integrity and holding that steadfast. She will be missed. Express extreme condolences to her daughter, whom I know they were very close, and I know this would be a difficult time for her family.
Christina John, GBN News.
Ms. Sinclair also gave me my first job as a news anchor and was truly a wonderful mentor. Indeed, she will be greatly missed. An alternative arrangement is being made for vendors who await the reconstruction of their booths in front of the Esplanade Mall. This has become necessary as there is a slight delay in the commencement of the project. More in this report.
The The managing body of the Esplanade Mall has made temporary arrangements for the 12 vendors who are now awaiting the reconstruction of the booths that were once their place of business. The dilapidated structure was removed in June after consultations with the vendors, informing them that more comfortable and modernized structures will be built for them. Property manager of the Esplanade Mall, Caroline Edwards, in a phone interview with the GBN newsroom, acknowledged that the vendors' only source of income may be the selling of their goods, and as such, a decision was made to set up the tent as a temporary arrangement.
We realized that the project is taking a little longer than anticipated. We anticipated that we would have been through with construction by the ending of this month. However, that is not happening as we planned. So what we have done so far is to purchase a couple of tents with sidings. We have set those tents up on our property within the gated area where they can trade in the meantime. They can apply their trade in the meantime. So far, it's about 4 persons that have been coming on a regular basis to sell. Most of the others are saying that they would wait.
Mrs. Edwards said the new arrangement comes as they are experiencing a slight delay in the start of construction because the plan submitted to the Planning and Development Authority is yet to be approved.
We have submitted through Apex the drawings to fiscal planning and are awaiting the final approval. I think the fiscal planning have meetings just once a month. We may have missed the first one, the last one. So that's what's taking a little longer than anticipated.
The property manager explained that while they are not sure when construction will start, it is estimated that it will take 6 weeks of work to be completed.
We anticipated that construction should take about 4 to 6 weeks to complete. We don't know now when it's going to start, but if it starts, let's say, at the end of this month, it should be by sometime mid-September we should be finished. Bearing in mind that there are holidays in August.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Over 80 persons in the hospitality sector benefited from a 1-week training program organized by the Caribbean Hotel Tourism Association through the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association and other stakeholders. More in this report.
90 hospitality professionals from Grenada and Carriacou participated in the practical and theoretical training in fresh service delivery. The goal was to train and certify persons in keeping with the latest international standards to further develop the hospitality sector on the island. This training, provided through a partnership between the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association and the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, along with other stakeholders, is part of a Caribbean Super Changed Service series of training workshops. Financial assistance from the Sandals Foundation and the Tourism Enhancement Fund enabled persons from Carriacou to participate in the training. Executive Director of Sandals Foundation, Heidi Clark, spoke about the importance of training in building the capacity of service providers within the tourism industry.
As regional organizations, we both share a passion for developing our Caribbean people and using the strength of our tourism network to improve and grow our island's hospitality experience by building the capacity of the men and women that live here. Through partnering to provide training such as these, we will help to nurture the development of hard and soft skills needed to continue the growth of the travel and tourism industry.
Rachel Bowen, representing the Education Foundation, congratulated the participants at the closing ceremony and urged them to stay focused as they grow in their profession.
Arlene Friday, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, congratulated each participant who successfully completed the workshop and promised to deliver a service-centric training series that engage, inspired, and gives fresh thinking to what service means in 2023 and beyond.
I cannot stress enough how important it is for Caribbean people to position ourselves to be major decision makers in this industry which we have been blessed with. It is therefore imperative that you must continue to pursue higher education and be relentless in your quest to so do. As Caribbean people, we must be present at the tables where the decisions are made, and we must continue to shine and provide quality customer care for all who grace our shores.
Arlene Friday, Chief Executive Officer of the Grenada Hotel and Tourism Association, congratulated each participant who successfully completed the workshop and promised to deliver a service-centric training series that engage, inspired, and gives fresh thinking to what service means in 2023 and beyond.
Your role is to take the knowledge obtained and skills learned and share it. Remember to share it. Hospitality continues to play a vital role in Grenada. The GHTA is fully committed to supporting our industry through training and development of our most important resource, our human resource.
Also attending the event was Honorable Andy Williams, Minister of Mobilization, Implementation and Transformation. He encouraged the trainees to practice and share what they have learned when they go back to their respective workplaces. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
5 of our cadets are out of island. Let's see what they've been up to. It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISOL lens.
The cadets are marching abroad in tonight's GBN ISOL. A small contingent from the Grenada Cadet Corps is in Jamaica for the Caribbean Cadet Camp 2023. The contingent is made up of 1 warrant officer, 2 sergeants, 2 corporals, and 1 lance corporal. The 5 cadets will be undergoing multiple training courses with cadets from around the Caribbean. We at the GBN wish the cadets good luck and look forward to hearing about the training experience when they return home. We thank our citizen journalist for that submission. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Coming up, Prime Minister D.K. Mitchell met with traffic wardens in a bid to develop the transport sector. We'll be back in a moment.
Calypso is alive and well. The Melody Papitet Calypso semi-final is on Sunday, July 30th. Progress Park in St. Andrew from 5 p.m. as we conclude semis weekend. 19 Calypsonians, 2 songs each. The hard-biting lyrics, the peacock, and the kicks on one big stage. Admission $40. It's Kaiso, and no Kaiso.
So if Mitchell say you want pizza to be an NP.
Visit www.spicemasgrenada.com for everything Carnival. This Sunday, July 30th, all roads lead to Progress Park. It's the Melody Papitet Calypso semifinals. Who will progress onto the March Gras? Carriacou is the place to be, August 4th to the 7th, for the 50th year of the Carriacou Regatta Festival. The Carriacou Regatta Festival, which is the longest sailing event in the region, is celebrated under the theme, Timeless Culture on the Sea. Come join us for 4 days of exciting and competitive boat racing from Friday to Monday. Fun games, day and night parties, road marathon, Miss Teen Regatta, night boat cruises, the Foreign Artist Show, donkey race, and greasy pole are some of the activities to look forward to. For more info, contact the Regatta Jumper on 473-443-7930. The Carriacou Regatta Festival 2023, August 4th to the 7th. Sail by day, party by night. Carriacou welcomes you.
Parents, do you go to bed with the knowledge that your children are comfortably asleep in the next room? Or are they
allowed to attend every fete advertised? You are responsible for the safety and well-being of your children, and it is your responsibility to know their whereabouts. Children should not be at adult events. Please guide your children, engage them in age-appropriate activities. Let us be spicy parents for this carnival season and beyond. S. Speak to your children about positive behavior. P. Pay attention to them at all times. I. Inspire good behavior in your children by also displaying good behavior. C. Check with your children. Always know their whereabouts. Y. You are responsible for your children. Maintain control to keep them safe. This is a message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
So it begins, a journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Co-owner and founder of Grenada Tours, Taxi and Rental. We provide transportation tours in the field of tourism. Being in the field of tourism, the pandemic have taught us that we need all the help we can get, which the NF has been very helpful in doing so. But as a small business owner, we are even more excited right now with the new initiative that the NF have launched, providing a little bit more flexibility for small businesses like ourselves. So we definitely encourage all of the small business to consider getting on board with the NF and this new initiative that allows the level of flexibility that they have implemented.
Do you know, when you play the games of the National Lotteries Authority, you are supporting sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit-Martinique?
Hi, I am Junior Murray, cricket coach, sports enthusiast, and a former West Indies cricketer. I endorse the games of the NLA 100%. For the past 40 years, the NLA has been funding many sporting activities, including competition for schools and clubs, and for athletes to participate in overseas tournaments such as the Carifta Games and the regional cricket tournaments. For those reasons, I play the game of the NLA. Even if I do not win, I know Grenada always wins.
Yes, when you play all the games, the NLA in turn supports sports, culture, and nation-building activities throughout the Tri-Island state.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell met with traffic wardens to chart the way forward to develop the transport sector in Grenada, as well as to listen to the concerns and queries of the workers. More in this report.
Minister for Transportation and Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell met for the first time with traffic wardens in Grenada and Carriacou to get a better understanding of some of the challenges faced and determine possible solutions to them. Participating virtually, wardens from the Sister Isle were part of the discussions which sought to develop a better structure within the Ministry of Transport. The meeting allowed wardens to air some of their concerns, make suggestions, and speak freely about the challenges they faced. Prime Minister Mitchell revealed that the ministry has been operating with little human resources, which is hindering its smooth functioning.
The task is that of mine as Minister, the Permanent Secretary of the Transport Commission Board, to make sure that we address the challenges that you face. And so one of the reasons for having this meeting is to hear from you, unfiltered, about what have been some of your experiences, what are some of the issues you think needs to be addressed, and importantly as well, what are some of your ideas and thoughts and recommendations and suggestions for addressing some of these. So when you get a chance to speak, the bulk of the time is for you to speak. I want to encourage you to speak. I know sometimes when we have public forums, people can be a little shy and they may not want to take the mic, but now's the time to take the mic.
The Prime Minister also spoke of government's plan to create more opportunities for the wardens, including the shifting of some responsibilities from police officers.
From a vision perspective, there are a number of areas: licensing and inspection of vehicles, the passport office, immigration services. Many of these things, the vision is to move these things into civilian hands so that the police can do proper policing rather than work that is better suited for civilians. And so as we begin to embark upon addressing those issues, your role will become more important. The opportunities for you to grow, the opportunities for you to do different things, the opportunities for you to have a career path will happen.
Chairman of the Grenada Transport Commission, Francis Paul, said the Commission has also started the process of hiring workers within the Commission to address the outstanding issues.
The Grenada Transport Commission is in the process of staffing its office. And we have an administrative officer already in place. We have an administrative consultant who is guiding the process. So you can rest assured that the program is growing from strength to strength, and it will be revamped with you in place to ensure that you have job tenure and security, and that you perform that public function which is so valuable to the public and the transport sector efficiently.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett-Thomas reporting.
The Royal Grenada Police Force, or RGPF, is notifying the public that the Licensing and Inspection Center at Dusty Highway, St. George, will be closed from Friday the 4th of August to the 17th of August. Normal operations will resume on Friday the 18th of August at 8 a.m. During the closure, inspection of motor vehicles will be done at the Traffic Department on the Carenage in St. George. A first-time initiative. Elevation Church collaborates with Power of Worship Radio in Grenada, reaching out to vulnerable communities. More on their mission on island in this report from Chrislena John.
As part of an outreach program, Power of Worship Radio 92.5 FM has partnered with Elevation Church out of New York to roll out an initiative dubbed Love Week Grenada. Over 30 people from Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and the United States have reached out to vulnerable individuals in communities and institutions in Grenada. Ahead of this past weekend, John Nichols, online outreach director of Power of Worship Radio, gave an overview of the church's plan in Grenada.
Excited to be in Grenada. Thank you for the opportunity to come alongside and partner with you. We are currently this weekend going to be providing 400 inmates within the prison hygiene kits and fresh sandals, and get a chance to really just bring them encouragement and support as they're in this current season. Let them know there's more beyond what they're currently facing. And then tomorrow we're going to be at a large event, and we're going to be supporting several different schools with backpacks and school supplies so that those students are ready and equipped to go back to school and be set up for great success. And we're honored and thank you for allowing us to partner with Power Worship Ministries here in Grenada.
During the group's visit to the Richmond Hill prison on Friday, inmates were each presented a care package. Nichols shared words of encouragement with inmates.
Well, I've had people in my life that have had all kinds of challenges just like you, and I want you to know that you are not alone. There might be moments that you feel alone. There might be moments that you feel isolated. That might be moments that you feel defeated. But this current season of your life is not the thing that will ever define you. This season is not your destiny. There are greater things beyond today of what you're encountering.
Acting Commissioner of Prison Rupert Nichols cited this visit as part of the rehabilitation process at the institution.
We all know prison is part of rehabilitation, and rehabilitation, one of the key components under rehabilitation is religious affairs. And today we will be blessed with some music, religious music, and not only religious music, but again, we are very thankful for the donation that they will be making to the institution, where every inmate will receive a care package that consists of toiletries and so forth.
This initiative is the first of many. Christina John, GBN News.
When we return, we'll have the international news report and sports. Stay with us.
More chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway, and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
At NIS, we are dedicated to continuously improving our services and meeting the evolving needs of Grenadians. To achieve this, we are implementing important changes to the contribution rate and pensionable age. The contribution rate will be gradually increased each year until it reaches 16% in 2031. This contribution will continue to be divided between you and your employer. In addition, the pensionable age will move from 60 to 65 years. This increase will also gradually reach 65 by 2029. Pensioners will still have the option to claim a pension at a reduced rate before age 65. If you have any questions about how these changes will affect you and your family, please contact our informational hotline at 440-6647 or visit www.nisgrenada.org. Stay connected for more updates from NIS, your trusted Social Security provider.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Parents, do you go to bed with the knowledge that your children are comfortably asleep in the next room? Or are they allowed to attend every FET advertised? You are responsible for the safety and well-being of your children, and it is your responsibility to know their whereabouts. Children should not be at adult events. Please guide your children, engage them in age-appropriate activities. Let us be spicy parents for this carnival season and beyond. S. Speak to your children about positive behavior. P. Pay attention to them at all times. I. Inspire good behavior in your children by also displaying good behavior. C. Check with your children. Always know their whereabouts. Y. You are responsible for your children. Maintain control to keep them safe. This is a message from the National Parenting Program, Ministry of Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs.
Level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
And welcome, sports fans. Saturday, July 22nd saw the start of the 2023 CBN Winlot Windward Island School Games, where over 400 athletes are involved, competing in 5 different disciplines of sports, including volleyball, netball, basketball, football, and athletics. Grenada, in their quest to reclaim the championship title, has stamped their authority in several of the events. We get more in this report from Corrine Maureen Alexander, Communications Officer in the Ministry of Sports.
Team Grenada is showing itself to be a force to be reckoned with in the CBN Winlot Windward Island School Games that is ongoing here in Grenada. It started on Saturday with an opening ceremony, followed by track and field, and up to this morning we had basketball, women's basketball, and Grenada has won all its games so far. So day 1, track and field, Grenada is up first with 318 points. St. Lucia, 226 points. St. Vincent and the Grenadines, 175, and Dominica, 162. In day 2, we had volleyball male. Game 1, Dominica versus St. Lucia. Dominica won 3 straight sets. Also, Grenada versus St. Vincent. That game was played between Grenada and St. Vincent, and Grenada won 3 straight sets as well. Netball was played at the Tantine Complex and Sporting Complex, and we had St. Lucia versus Dominica there. Dominica won 29-27. So Dominica won 29. St. Lucia scores 27 points. Grenada versus St. Vincent, and as I said earlier, Grenada has been winning in all its games so far. Grenada won 45-15. 45 Grenada, 15 St. Vincent. In the male basketball last night, it was quite a playoff last night at the Laborie Indoor Sporting Complex, and we had Grenada winning 63 and 56 went to St. Lucia. Today, this morning, we had a basketball, female basketball, Dominica versus St. Lucia. Dominica won that game against St. Lucia 54-27. Day 3 also, so that was the morning. We had 2 games this morning with the female basketballers. Grenada 64, St. Vincent 28. So that's how we're going. We've won all our games so far, and it looks like the trophy's gonna stay here. Yeah, so that's an update of the CBN Windward Island Games that is happening here in Grenada. Remember, all the games are free of cost. You don't have to pay to enter. We're asking all Grenadians to go out and support the games, support Grenada, support the other countries.
And Zachary Gresham swam 59.68 seconds, his best time for 2023 in the 100-meter backstroke on Monday at the World Aquatic Championships in Fukuoka, Japan. Swimming out of lane 8, a well-poised Gresham placed 7th in his heat while making his first appearance on the World Aquatic stage. Gresham is one out of 2 swimmers who departed Grenada on Tuesday, July the 18th, to participate in the 20th edition of the World Aquatics Championships, which commenced on July the 14th and will continue until July the 30th, 2023 in Japan. The swimmers have joined over 2,000 aquatic athletes competing in artistic swimming, diving, swimming, and open water swimming competition. The pool swimming components runs from July 23rd to the 29th, where our athletes will compete in 2 events each. Gresham will compete in the 100-meter backstroke and the 100-meter butterfly, and Collymore in the 100-meter freestyle and 50-meter freestyle. Participation in the World Aquatic Championships affords the swimmers an opportunity to compete amongst world-class swimmers, and additionally, it provides opportunities for participation in workshops and training sessions such as the stroke analysis session and facilitated workshops on numerous topics. After months of preparations, the Jamaica male and female national volleyball teams left Jamaica to participate in the 2023 Caribbean Zonal Volleyball Championship. We get more in this report.
Jamaica's male and female senior volleyball teams will be 18th staging of the Caribbean Zonal Volleyball Championship to be held in Paramaribo, Suriname from July 21 to 31 after departing the island recently. The championship is the first since 2018 and the first after the COVID-19 pandemic. 22 members have been named to the team with a 7-member coaching staff. Head coach of the men's team, Gatashu Bonner, is very confident in his unit.
Because they are full of potential, they are young, they are very athletic, and they are very enthusiastic to represent the country.
Head coach of the women's team, Dr. Ricardo Chung, says the team has the right balance.
Right, so you have experienced players that have played in the college system in the U.S. Some have had a little bit of pro experience, while we also have players that were in the under-23 training camps that the government had arranged with China. So it's a mix of both, as you said, experience and younger players that hopefully can continue the sport in Jamaica.
An Indian team in transition will feel robbed of an opportunity as heavy rain came in its way of potentially winning the second test against West Indies and completing a 2-0 series whitewash in Port of Spain on July 24th. Eyeing a clean sweep after their victory inside 3 days in Dominica, India called the shots in Port of Spain and set the hosts an imposing target of 365, but the match ended in a draw after the 5th and final day's play was washed out. Having taken 2 wickets to leave the beleaguered West Indies trailing by 289 runs by the end of the 4th day's play, the Indians would have certainly fancied their chances of emerging victorious and grabbing a full 24 points in the World Test Championships for 2020-2023 to the 2025 cycle. And that's what's been happening in sports today. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. There's room for small and medium-sized enterprises to grow